Finnish people are very close to nature. We have one of the most beautiful nature in the world, I think. And we realize also that a lot of our industry and export is based on nature and natural resources. So we have to be really good at taking care of it also.
Finland has a very ambitious goal to be carbon neutral until 2035. And Metsähallitus is trying to balance different goals of state, of customers, of common Finnish people. Metsähallitus is a state-owned enterprise. We have given the mandate to manage state land and water areas in Finland. We manage about 1/3 of the Finnish surface. Our vision is fostering future, and we have 5 main strategic themes: responsibility and cooperation, climate change, biodiversity, well-being, and bioeconomy.
Where we are really unique in a European perspective at least is that we actually work nationwide. We have a whole network of protected areas, and we can reconcile between these inside the organization, which makes it very effective because we are in the same family, Metsähallitus.
We have an objective given by the state for us that we need to increase the carbon storage and carbon sink by 10% until 2035. In state forest, about 3 million hectares that we are using commercially. The growth is around 13 million cubic meters per year, and we only got like 6 million cubic meters.
We are the biggest restorator of biodiversity in Finland. We do, for example, restoration of mires. Last year we restored around 8,000 hectares of nature. Preservation sometimes means really rough work also. For example, restoration of mires means that we go out with excavators there and we cut the trees and fill up the ditches to get the mires back to a more natural state. One good example of what we are doing is the Arctic fox, where we started like 25 years ago to do preservation work and conservation work. And this year we had actually the first nesting Arctic fox coming back to Finland. It disappeared in the 90s. Which shows that we have to work on a very long time scale.
When it comes to wind power, Metsähallitus wants to be an enabler. Well, Metsähallitus has performed a good track record so far in onshore. Now we are going offshore. Korsnäs project will be the very first industrial scale offshore project in Finland. One can say that Korsnäs project only will produce 5 terawatt-hours per year, which is remarkable when compared to Finland's total consumption of some 100 terawatts.
We have actually collected quite a lot of data about underwater nature, so we know where the most important areas are, and we are planning to build those windmills in the areas that are not the most important areas for the biodiversity, so the impact would be minimum. Marine biodiversity is important because it allows nature to be more productive and resilient. So we have taken some actually quite bold steps to restore underwater nature, and we have worked with lagoons and sandy bottoms. We have divers that they go diving underwater, and then they just by hand are rooting the plants and so that they can spread and develop some underwater meadows.
Educating the next generation is really vital. And if we want to have a future generation that can be responsible and take care of the nature, we also have to teach and create connection to nature. And that's why we also work a lot to make our sites very available. So if you have some disabilities, for example, or you are not living next to them, that you have a possibility to visit them.
We are contributing 120 million euros for the state budget every year. That's sort of an economical goal. And of course we give out possibilities for common people to increase their well-being. We have 10 million visits to our nature sites every year. We all have a responsibility when tackling climate change and biodiversity loss as well. So we should use the best practices from each country and trying to spread them around the world and use the best knowledge that we have. We all need to do our part.